Living with roommates can be a rewarding experience, but it also comes with its own set of challenges. One way to ensure a smooth and harmonious living situation is by creating a roommate agreement. In this video, we'll break down exactly what a roommate agreement is, why it's important, and how it can help prevent misunderstandings. Whether you're moving in with friends, acquaintances, or even strangers, having clear rules and expectations can make all the difference. Let's start by understanding the basics of what a roommate agreement entails and why you should consider having one in place before you move in together. A roommate agreement is a written document that outlines the rules, responsibilities, and expectations of everyone living in a shared space. Unlike a lease, which is a legal contract with your landlord, a roommate agreement is an internal arrangement between the people sharing the home. It covers everything from rent payments and utility bills to cleaning schedules and guest policies. By putting these details in writing, roommates can avoid confusion and address potential issues before they become major problems. This agreement serves as a reference point whenever questions or disputes arise, helping everyone stay on the same page. You might wonder why a roommate agreement is necessary, especially if you're living with friends. The truth is, even the best of friends can have disagreements when it comes to sharing a living space. A roommate agreement helps set clear expectations from the start, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings. It also provides a sense of accountability, as everyone has agreed to the same terms. If a conflict does arise, you can refer back to the agreement to resolve the issue fairly. Ultimately, having a roommate agreement in place can help maintain a positive and respectful environment for everyone involved. It's important to understand the difference between a roommate agreement and a lease. A lease is a legal contract between tenants and the landlord, outlining the terms of renting the property. A roommate agreement, on the other hand, is a private arrangement among the roommates themselves. While a lease covers issues like rent amount and duration of stay, a roommate agreement goes further by addressing daily living arrangements, such as who cleans the kitchen or how to split utility bills. Both documents are important, but they serve different purposes in a shared living situation. A comprehensive roommate agreement should cover several key elements to ensure everyone's needs and concerns are addressed. These typically include how rent and utilities will be split, cleaning responsibilities, rules about guests, quiet hours, and how to handle shared expenses. It's also wise to include guidelines for resolving disputes and what happens if someone wants to move out early. By discussing and agreeing on these topics up front, roommates can avoid many common sources of tension and create a more harmonious living environment. One of the most important aspects of any roommate agreement is how rent and utilities will be divided. Will everyone pay an equal share, or will the amounts vary based on room size or amenities? It's crucial to be clear about payment amounts, due dates, and the method of payment. This section should also specify who is responsible for paying the landlord or utility companies each month. By outlining these details, you can avoid confusion and ensure that everyone contributes fairly to the household expenses. Cleaning is a common source of conflict among roommates. A good roommate agreement will clearly outline who is responsible for cleaning which areas and how often. Some roommates prefer to create a rotating schedule, while others assign specific tasks to each person. It's also helpful to specify expectations for cleanliness in shared spaces like the kitchen, bathroom, and living room. By agreeing on these details, everyone knows what's expected and can work together to keep the home tidy. Another important topic to address in a roommate agreement is guest policies. How often can guests visit? Are overnight stays allowed? And if so, how many nights per month? Should roommates be notified in advance? Setting clear guidelines about guests helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that everyone feels comfortable in their own home. It's also a good idea to discuss how to handle situations where a guest overstays or causes problems. Noise can be a major issue in shared living spaces. That's why it's helpful to include quiet hours in your roommate agreement. Quiet hours are specific times when everyone agrees to keep noise to a minimum, such as late at night or early in the morning. This is especially important if roommates have different work or school schedules. By setting these boundaries, everyone can enjoy a peaceful environment and get the rest they need. In addition to rent and utilities, roommates often share other expenses, such as household supplies, internet, or streaming services. Your agreement should specify which expenses will be shared and how they'll be divided. Will you use a shared fund, split costs as they arise, or assign certain bills to specific roommates? Clear guidelines help ensure that everyone pays their fair share and that no one feels taken advantage of. Food can be another tricky subject in shared living situations. Some roommates prefer to buy and cook food together, while others keep their groceries separate. Your agreement should clarify how food will be handled, whether you'll share staples like milk and bread, and how to manage cleaning up after meals. This helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that everyone's preferences are respected. Respecting each other's personal space is crucial for a harmonious living situation. Your roommate agreement should address boundaries regarding private rooms, shared areas, and personal belongings. For example, Is it okay to borrow items without asking? Are there areas that are off limits? By discussing these topics, you can help ensure that everyone feels comfortable and respected in their home. If pets are allowed in your home, it's important to include pet policies in your roommate agreement. Discuss whether pets are permitted, who is responsible for their care, and how to handle issues like allergies or cleaning up after animals. Clear guidelines can help prevent conflicts and ensure that everyone is comfortable with the arrangement. Smoking and alcohol use can be sensitive topics in shared living spaces. Your agreement should specify whether smoking is allowed indoors or outdoors, and if there are any restrictions on alcohol consumption. By setting clear rules, you can avoid misunderstandings and ensure that everyone's preferences and comfort levels are respected. Overnight guests can sometimes cause tension among roommates. Your agreement should address how often overnight guests are allowed, whether advance notice is required, and any other relevant rules. This helps ensure that everyone feels comfortable and that no one is caught off guard by unexpected visitors. Parties and gatherings can be fun, but they can also disrupt the peace if not managed properly. Your roommate agreement should outline rules for hosting parties, including how much notice is needed, noise limits, and cleanup responsibilities. By agreeing on these details, you can enjoy social events without causing friction among roommates. Decorating shared spaces like the living room or kitchen can be a fun way to make your house feel like home. However, it's important to agree on how these areas will be decorated. Your agreement can specify whether decorations must be approved by all roommates or if certain areas are open for personal touches. This helps ensure that everyone feels comfortable and included in the decision-making process. When something breaks or needs maintenance, it's important to know who is responsible for fixing it. Your roommate agreement should outline how maintenance requests will be handled, who will contact the landlord or repair service, and how costs will be divided if necessary. Clear guidelines help ensure that repairs are addressed promptly and fairly. Mail and packages can sometimes get mixed up in shared homes. Your agreement should specify how mail will be handled, where packages should be left, and what to do if someone receives mail for a former roommate. This helps prevent lost items and ensures that everyone gets their important deliveries. With so many devices and streaming services, internet use can be a source of conflict. Your agreement should address how internet costs will be shared, who is responsible for the account, and any rules about bandwidth-heavy activities. This ensures that everyone has reliable access and that costs are divided fairly. Security is a top priority in any home. Your roommate agreement should include rules about locking doors and windows, sharing keys, and what to do in case of emergencies. By setting clear expectations, you can help keep everyone and their belongings safe. No matter how well you plan, conflicts can still arise. Your roommate agreement should include a process for resolving disagreements, such as holding regular meetings or bringing in a neutral third party if needed. By having a plan in place, you can address issues calmly and constructively, keeping your home a positive place to live. Eventually, one or more roommates may decide to move out. Your agreement should outline the process for giving notice, finding a replacement, and handling deposits or shared expenses. Clear procedures help ensure a smooth transition and prevent disputes when someone leaves. Over time, your living situation may change, and your roommate agreement should be flexible enough to adapt. Include a process for making changes to the agreement, such as requiring unanimous consent or a majority vote. This ensures that everyone has a say and that the agreement stays relevant. While a roommate agreement is not a legal contract like a lease, it can still be helpful in resolving disputes. In some cases, courts may consider a written agreement when deciding disagreements among roommates. However, it's important to remember that a roommate agreement does not override the terms of your lease or local laws. To help you get started, it's useful to look at a sample roommate agreement. This document typically includes sections for rent, utilities, chores, guests, and more. You can find templates online or create your own based on your specific needs. The key is to make sure all roommates are involved in the process and agree to the terms. Every living situation is unique, so it's important to customize your roommate agreement to fit your needs. Discuss any special circumstances, such as unusual work hours, dietary restrictions, or cultural practices. The more specific you are, the better your agreement will work for everyone involved. Open and honest communication is the foundation of any successful roommate arrangement. Make sure everyone feels comfortable sharing their concerns and suggestions. Regular check-ins can help address issues early and keep your living situation running smoothly. Once you've discussed and finalized your roommate agreement, it's important for everyone to sign it. This shows that all roommates understand and agree to the terms. Keep a copy for each roommate so you can refer back to it if needed. After signing, make sure the agreement is stored in a safe and accessible place. You might keep a physical copy in a shared folder or a digital version in a cloud storage service. Easy access ensures that everyone can refer to the agreement whenever questions arise. It's a good idea to review your roommate agreement periodically, especially if your living situation changes. Set a reminder to check in every few months and discuss whether any updates are needed. Regular reviews help keep the agreement relevant and effective. If a roommate doesn't follow the agreement, it's important to address the issue calmly and directly. Refer to the agreement and discuss the problem together. If necessary, consider bringing in a neutral third party to help mediate. The goal is to resolve the issue and maintain a positive living environment. Roommate agreements are especially helpful for students living in dorms or off-campus housing. With busy schedules and different lifestyles, clear rules help everyone focus on their studies and enjoy their college experience. Many universities even provide templates to help students get started. Roommate agreements aren't just for students or young adults. Families who share homes with extended relatives or friends can also benefit from having clear rules. This helps manage expectations and keeps the household running smoothly, even with multiple generations under one roof. Professionals sharing apartments or houses can also benefit from a roommate agreement. With busy work schedules and different routines, having clear guidelines helps everyone balance work and home life. It also ensures that the living space remains comfortable and productive for all roommates. If you're sharing a home for a short period, such as during a summer internship or temporary assignment, a roommate agreement is still valuable. It helps set expectations quickly and ensures that everyone is on the same page, even if you're only living together for a few months. If one roommate plans to sublet their room, the agreement should address how subletting will be handled. This includes approval from other roommates, responsibilities of the subletter, and how payments will be managed. Clear rules help prevent confusion and protect everyone's interests. When roommates come from different countries or cultures, a roommate agreement can help bridge differences. Discuss language preferences, cultural practices, and any special needs. This fosters understanding and helps create a welcoming home for everyone. With more people working from home, it's important to address remote work in your roommate agreement. Set guidelines for quiet hours, shared workspace, and internet use. This ensures that everyone can be productive and comfortable, even when working from home. Sometimes, couples share a home with other roommates. Your agreement should address any special considerations, such as shared expenses, guest policies, and privacy. Clear communication helps ensure that everyone feels comfortable and respected. In larger households with several roommates, a detailed agreement is even more important. Assign responsibilities clearly, set up regular meetings, and make sure everyone's voice is heard. This helps keep the household organized and harmonious. If roommates share hobbies or interests, such as cooking or gaming, include guidelines for shared activities in your agreement. This can help coordinate schedules and ensure that everyone enjoys their time together without conflicts. Health and wellness are important in any living situation. Your agreement can include rules about cleanliness, sick policies, and shared responsibilities for keeping the home healthy. This helps everyone feel safe and cared for. If sustainability is important to your household, include guidelines for recycling, energy use, and eco-friendly practices in your agreement. This ensures that everyone is on board with your environmental goals and helps reduce your home's impact on the planet. A roommate agreement is a valuable tool for anyone sharing a home. By setting clear expectations and responsibilities, you can prevent conflicts and create a positive living environment. Remember, the key to a successful roommate arrangement is open communication and mutual respect. Take the time to discuss and create an agreement that works for everyone, and you'll be well on your way to a happy and harmonious home.